What a struggle. What a struggle.
Do it, showed it.
You guys, what an evening it has been. I posted the picture of the young lady's hair, my little cousin's hair I did, y'all. And I posted it on my page. Hey, you're welcome here, friend. I posted her picture up there a couple minutes back, and um, basically, it turned out really pretty. I have been having, hi friends. I've been having really a hard time with my tech the last couple days, y'all, where like I've been trying to get my audio to be good, and I'm so sorry that everything has taken off very slowly. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Um, so what I was saying is that I was having a hard time earlier with the live stream because I was trying to add in my friend Paige. Wonderful. Hi, friend. Thank you for coming back. God bless you. Um, so it was requested that I bring my friend Paige back onto the live this evening because she was on earlier today, and it was just kind of exciting, I guess. And Hi, Jaden, you're welcome here, friend. And so um, we're gonna talk about love, but I was having such a hard time for whatever reason. We've been having a hard time this evening trying to get um, both of our platforms up, like the dual screen or whatever it is. For some reason, and she just texted me and said it was the that she was in her bathroom. So her like connection was like crumbling, and but it's okay. We'll try again maybe tomorrow. We're trying to set something up for y'all, so just stay tuned for that. We are going to bring Paige back onto the stream, y'all, so don't worry. Okay, good. You drank it all up from mommy. You drank my juice. That's crazy.
One more.
Okay, you gotta wait though. Okay, awesome. So you guys, today, as you maybe saw tonight, we're talking about love. I know. I wish she was able to get on, just because, as I was saying, it was requested a little bit earlier. So we're gonna get on here. We're gonna talk about love, you guys, and I'm gonna act like I'm not exhausted. um, let's see. First, I wanted to read a poem that a friend of mine told me to read. So we're going to get on here. We're going to read this poem, you guys, and then we're going to get in there and talk about love. Paige, I'm so happy that she wants to even join. She's really kind of shy, y'all. So I thought it was sweet that she's been getting in and even commenting and being open to coming on the live stream. So it's going to be exciting when she does, because this is my friend of, I don't know, 20 something years. So yeah. Let's see. Um, Desired. I wish I understood how to pronounce this word. Desiderata. Desiderata. Yes, it will be better, you guys. We're gonna figure it out. I don't know what the word means, but let's go ahead and read it because it's supposed to be awesome. So, okay, all right. I'm gonna be encouraged. I'm not gonna be disencouraged. It's been a long night. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Written by an American poet, playwright, and philosopher, Max, in 1927. The word is Latin for things to be desired. Okay, I thought it sounded like desire to me. So let's go ahead and read it. It says, oh, this is the intro for it. Oh, I thought that was the poem. Let's go back out and see if I can find the poem for this. Oh, maybe if I click on images. Okay, let's see. There's different versions of it. Looks like people have tried to recreate it, or whatever. It looks like it might be in other languages. It looks like is it Italian or Greek, or can I pull it up? Oh, the text. Okay, and let's see. You guys, I really want to read this for you, so just stay with me. A beautiful lesson for life. The poem. The poem is not listed. Oh, this is the poem, but it's broken all the way up. No, I just need to have it all together as one. What in the world? Friend, I can't even find the poem all together as one. It's like, the originals. Let's see. Okay, let's see. You guys, I'm still looking for it. Yeah, I'm excited too. Let's see, friends. If you click on images, okay. Okay, let me see, friend. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Jamel, please. I'm gonna get you some more juice in just a moment. It says, okay, mommy said, hold on. Okay, you must be ready to go to sleep then.
No.
Okay, so hold on, please. Enjoy your achievements as well as you enjoy your achievements as well as, oh Lord Jesus. Woo! Let's see. I've lost my place because I was like, you guys, I was like trying to um zoom in, and so when he kind of moved my arm, I lost my place. I'm trying to find a way to read this poem without. Okay. 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 It looks like Pinterest has it. Okay. Okay. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace or there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter. For always, there will always be greater and lesser persons than you. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing future of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for their high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially, do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for the face of all adridity and disenchantment, it is perennials as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth, nurture strength of spirit, and shield you in surrender in sudden misfortune. Y'all, I'm so tired. But do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe. I'm a child of God, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. I think that's a sweet poem. I think if I'm a very, because I can't help but be transparent, whoever wrote this must be a moral person, but I don't think that they are necessarily Christian, but I do think it's a very moral kind of poem. And also, I think maybe this person, whoever wrote this poem, is an overthinker, because you could have said everything that's in this poem without um, some of those words. And I'm a very like plain Jane and common sense based kind of person. I'm not much of a like, like I won't say that I'm not a scholar. I'm very studious, but I just feel like it was a lot going on there. Nonetheless, it was a sweet poem, and I'm glad I read it. Thank you for sharing that with me, friend. Um, oh, okay, okay. I missed it. Okay. Okay, okay. And it's fine. It does everything doesn't have to, you know, to say, you know, yeah, it doesn't have to say God. But I think that the part I was like, oh, it says you're the child of the universe. I'm not the child of the universe. But the rest of it was really profound and really sweet. But I do think like some of the words for me, I feel like I stumbled across. I don't know if it's because I'm sleepy or just kind of feel like it was a lot. But it was beautiful nonetheless. I can't remember the real last time that I wrote a poem, and I write poetry like it's natural to me. Um oh, I should have definitely looked for I can look for the longer one. Yeah. You guys are welcome here. I know, I know. No, I was, and I'm not trying to be rude either. I think I'm just a little bit sleepy if it's coming off a certain way. I just I'm just a little bit tired. I've had a long day. But I am devoted and trying to, trying to be here. So I'm excited though. That was a sweet poem. I'm glad I read it. Sincerely, I'm glad I read it. I think that in terms of like connection, I don't necessarily feel like I connected with it, but I am glad that I read it nonetheless. Let me see. Um, okay. Yeah, you guys are welcome here. I think I kind of I don't know. Y'all, today is it's so hard for me right now. Um no, it really is. I received that. I received that. And Heather, it really is. It's a beautiful poem. I just yeah, it really is beautiful. And I'm glad that I read it. Um yes, for sure. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you, Paige. Okay. So let's go ahead and y'all, I'm just gonna read a little bit of read a little bit about love and then talk. Okay. So my whole I feel like everything that I was planning to do here kind of just got a little bit derailed. Just in general, like my overall um evening. And I feel like I don't know, I feel exhausted and I feel kind of like I don't want to say bummed out, but um yeah, kind of bummed out about like, just some things I haven't been really able to be in control of today. But I think that one thing I try to do is remind myself of, like, acknowledge how I feel and like acknowledge how I feel. Paige, you're about to make me cry. But like acknowledge how I feel, but like not um not let the way that I feel like take over or like destroy, you know, what I feel is I guess like most important. And so I'm going to continue because um yeah, it's gonna be great. So I'm just gonna start with, and we are talking about love, friends. I'm gonna start with First Corinthians, okay? Because that's the love scripture. Um, so let's talk about love, y'all. Okay, so I'm actually going to read the first part because I believe, like a lot of times, we need like the prequel context to a message, and then you'll need the post context as well. A lot of times, just to kind of see what the writer, what was the inspiration behind it all, and kind of just try to get into the um, the nature of the text. Um, so thanks, you guys. I love y'all. So First Corinthians 13, it says, we're starting at verse 1 because I like to get the prequel context. It's okay, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, friend. Says, if I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and I have faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor, it does not dishonor others, it is not self seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails.
Mommy.
Hmm? You can't ask Uncle Fidel to get it for you. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now, we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now, excuse me, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. So I want to get back up to the top here. Again, we're at 1 Corinthians 13. It's basically saying you can acquire all the wisdom, all the knowledge of the world, but if you do not have love, then you're nothing. You can give all the riches, have all the riches, and do all the things that rich people are supposed to do, giving to the poor, whatever. But if you don't have love, then you don't have anything. You know, you can speak in tongues, do signs and miracles, but if you do not have love, you don't have anything. You're not anything. Because love is patient. It's kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It does not keep a record of wrong. Um, and it does not rejoices in like it doesn't rejoice in evil, but it rejoices in truth. And I'm gonna stick with that one for a second because um, especially during political times, we saw and see a lot of people rejoicing in evil things. And I think that um, it just says a lot about, the human heart. The heart wants what the heart wants. And a lot of times we just want to relate or we want to um, give people power, when we should focus on, the power that be, which is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lord. And I think that sometimes we get passionate about something, right? And then we mistake that passion for love. You're passionate about, let's talk about something that doesn't seem too serious. But I'm just gonna say, for example, you're passionate about um makeup. Let's say I'm passionate, super passionate about makeup. I think, and now I'm so passionate, I become an advocate for makeup. But then that passion can potentially turn into like lust um or like idolization, where it's like, oh, makeup makeup is my world, and I only hang out with people who wear makeup, and like, so we tend to um and then someone may comment and be like, you shouldn't encourage, people to wear makeup, or and then it becomes controversial because it's just not something that everybody likes, right? But we still have to remember that, like, nothing can exalt itself over God. So I think it has to do, I think that that's a big part of love. As verse 4 is explaining, verse 4 through 7 is explaining what that love looks like. But I got stuck at 7 where I'm thinking, wow, it always protects, always trusts. Not that one. I'm sorry. Verse 6, where it says, love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. And I was just thinking, like, sometimes we can be so passionate about something that it looks um as if we're still just passionate, but then it's become idolization, right? And so we have to be mindful of the things that we take part in, and the things that we advocate for, and the things that we delight and rejoice in, right? um because God is love. And so if you're passionate but you don't have love, meaning you don't have the spirit of God in you, which a lot of people, I mean, from the scripture at the top is saying people, speak in tongues, cast out devils or whatever else, but if you don't have love, you still get. So it sounds like the scripture for me in First Corinthians is kind of letting me know that people can, like the word of God says, have a sense of godliness and still never really truly know God. And so we just, especially in these times, we have to be vigilant. We have to be aware. We have to be watchful. We have to be very considerate that we keep our eyes on Jesus and not the world. And, we're to be in it and not of it. And being passionate is a beautiful thing. God Himself is a very passionate person. And so we're just like our daddies, right? And and I think that um, yeah, let me go back down because it says love never fails. And I don't know about y'all, but like love in my past seemed to fail all the time. I was like, what is a love that doesn't fail? What does that even look like? And I was convinced at a time of my life where I was convinced that love was supposed to fail. If love didn't fail, then it wasn't something that you could trust. Um, because I was used to trusting the things that I couldn't trust. Because you could trust those things to not be 100%. So you would semi trust something because you were comfortable with it, not really following through with what you needed it to be. So then you'd also kind of prepare yourself to be your own love for yourself. And so it was just this like uneven roller coaster um, where you'd allow someone a little close to where that person might think that that they're your everything, and then in reality you keep them at a distance because you're not used to rather whatever kind of love they're saying that they're um trying to like give you or whatever. It wasn't until the Lord delivered me all the way um, when I began to realize that God never stopped loving me. He didn't stop loving me because I stopped seeking Him. He didn't stop loving me because I became my own God. He didn't stop loving me because I drank in his face. He didn't stop loving me because of the things that I've done. Like God's love never fails. And so I think that because since God is love and love never fails, um, then God's love can teach us a thing or two about loyalty and about truth and and there's just a depth that comes with the love of God. And God's love is always teaching us and showing us how to be and have and do more love because love is a big part of relationships, and it's a big part of being alive, like and so let me go on here. I'm at verse 8, of course, where it says, love never fails. And then it says, but where are the prophecies? They will see. Where there are prophecies, they will cease, and everything will pass away. For we know in part that, we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. And it says, when I was a child, I talked like it. So yeah, so when completeness comes, what was in part disappears. So love, this is kind of reminding me of a different scripture, but so yeah, so when completeness comes, what was in part disappears. And so isn't it so beautiful, friend? So then love itself um completes you. Love completes you. The things that are in part um don't even matter at that point. God completes you. He makes it all make sense because, again, God is love. Love never fails, even if you go to the lowest depths that you can imagine or not. God, it's just not too far from God. His love chases after us. And I think, again, like we've been saying, the beauty of love and the beauty of God and the beauty of God being love is that, there's nothing that we can do to separate us from God's love. And that's also scripture as well. Nothing we can do can separate us from God's love, y'all. And so that's beautiful in itself. It says, when I became a man, I put away the ways of childhood behind me. Um, and then it says, now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am known fully. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Okay, Paige, I know this is about your time to go night night. So you go ahead, girlfriend. I love you. Thank you for coming in and supporting me today. And we'll do this again. Ooh, my fingers was locking up, girl. I've been doing hair all day. Ooh, my fingers tried to lock up. Lord have mercy. I got a couple people here to do tomorrow too. This is ooh, I need my hands to y'all pray for my hands and my muscles. I'm probably gonna take a magnesium tonight just so that I'll be ready to braid and retwist some hair tomorrow. Um, huh? Oh yeah, I do. He said I should do some finger and hand twist stretches. I actually do. I used to have carpal tunnel. Soak them in ice water? No way, Jose. I'm not doing that. You want my hands to cramp up? That's crazy. No. Huh? Fredell said you're asking for arthritis. Yeah, I don't like have real bad like I don't have any kind of problems like that. But you know, when you braid all day, my hands are like, oh, let's keep braiding. My hair, you know. Like no, no, I just think that it would make my joints stiff. If anything, I think I should do like hot water to make me like limber, you know. Um, but yeah, so I hope that's a reminder, you guys that woo, I'm so sorry, y'all. Today was just long. But I hope that the scripture is a reminder that um, that love should just come first. You know, sometimes hello comes first. But I don't know. I just want to challenge you. You know, sometimes you see somebody and you're like, oh, hi, yeah, hello. Yeah, thanks for holding the door. Yeah, hello, hi. Or you like quickly try to walk by people? I mean, especially since COVID now, right? But um, I think what if the first thought that comes around our mind is like, you know what? I love them with the love of the Lord. You know, Lord, I hope that person has a good day. Or, you know, hi, friend. Good evening. God bless you as well. Thank you for coming in. God bless you. You're welcome here. But like, what if our first thought was like, I wonder if they're okay, or I wonder how I can serve them. I wonder how I can help them. I wonder, you know, you know, that when you meet a person, or when you meet a person's acquaintance or something, the first thing or the first thought is love instead of, judgment. Love instead of, you know, hi, friends, you're welcome here. Yeah, I posted a picture on my page in the community tab, and the picture of the hairstyle that I did, it probably just doesn't do justice to how long I mean, in terms of thinking about how long it took me to do that. Shani, you're welcome here. X, you are welcome here, you guys. Yeah, so the picture, I did take a picture of my cousin's hair, who I did today, and the style, it probably shouldn't have taken as long as it did. It was just that. Thank you, friend. Thank you. It was just that. I have children. I had to take breaks. I gotta eat. I gotta use the bathroom. Like, I don't know. Some people, without kids and things like that, can just go, 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 go. Me, like, I'm taking pieces of hair and I'm like, you gotta separate it and then you gotta braid the piece and then you gotta add some more hair and then you gotta separate, then you gotta braid, then you gotta add some more hair and then you gotta separate, get ready, and then you gotta French braid and make sure it looks like the design that, like this is what she asked for, this is what she got. And baby, it was on point. But it's like you gotta dip the rest of the hair in like hot water, separate that hair from the other hair, and then dip that in hot water. And then you unravel it all, put the mousse on. It was just a lot. And then after all of that, you gotta clean up. You gotta make sure your kids are okay. You gotta make sure, Alexander, you're welcome back. Hi, friend. But yeah, so that picture is up there, you guys, if you want to go and look and see what I did today. It is up there. Doesn't do justice for the amount of energy that went into it, but it was really worth it. My cousin is a sweetheart and she definitely deserved that. Um, you did, Heather? How did that go? Did you try to, are you saying you tried to test like being love or try to test like trying to, like see how you can love or serve someone else? I think that um, instead of getting angry at the lady who got 100 lottery tickets, para mí. There's her name right here. That's sweet, friend, and I get that. And when people don't realize that, are not aware, they're not aware of other people's time. That can be such a frustrating thing. I know. The person or people who you serve with love and treat them like like they are loved. It might be somebody you never expect, y'all. So there was this dude in college when I was out of college, but I was working on campus, right? And this guy named Michael. I'll never forget Michael. I do not know his last name. I do not know his last name, which is a good thing. But we're just gonna say his name was Michael. Okay, you guys. So anyway, we're gonna say this boy's name was Michael, right? And he was, well, I thought he was gothic, and he wore the chains and big baggy, I don't know. His personality switched up a lot, and you could tell in his clothes, and and sometimes he'd wear really like preppy clothes, and he had this long, um, very long black stringy hair, long black stringy hair. And I worked on so okay, so let me tell y'all where I worked first of all. I worked on campus at a eatery or a diner or whatever. And so when the students would come into the cafeteria, I'm like the first or second face. So they have to swipe their card. But then they see my station, which is just like this grand entrance. Okay. And I'm serving like one of the like really cool or what they call like hot items. And it was just different dishes, every day or whatever. And so they would come in and they see my face. I'm like, hi, you guys. My job is to like get everybody's attention, like, welcome, hey. And, come try my dish today, go see what everybody else has, but you come right on back. And I think, like I don't know, the students just kind of gravitated towards me. And it was really like an exchange because I really got a lot of energy from them as well. It was really so much love that I experienced when I was doing and serving in that manner. So what happened was I got to meet a lot of students and, befriended them and all. And they would often come to my table. No, it doesn't make you sound like a horrible person. That's normal. They would come to my table, watch me prepare the meal. And for example, one of the meals that I made was called macaroni mania. And so it's just where you like have like these cooked noodles and then you just whatever the students want in there, chives, bacon, cheese, like whatever it is, I would just like whip it up in front of them and and that would be their meal for the night or whatever. And so anyways, the students would just kind of gather because like all the other foods are like they get pizza every day. They get patty melts every day. They have salad every day. But like my station was the really great station. It was really fun. And That's good, friend. You're a great person, friend. You got this. It's okay. And so and so it was really a great experience. And so like I said, I got to meet a lot of students and got to know them. And sometimes I'd sing at my station, hence I'm always singing on here. And sometimes, they would ask advice. I had some students come up and I'm like, oh, y'all look like y'all should date. Next thing I know, they were dating, and things like that. It's just so crazy. But it was really fun and it was a great experience. And I mean, thank you. Ashley, you're welcome here. Hi, friend. Amit, welcome on into the chat. So back to this gentleman. So we're gonna call him Michael. Uh, we're gonna call him Michael. So Michael, um, he started. I think what happened was like he would kind of like he was really really shy at first, and he would kind of like again he had like this black stringy hair. He wore a lot of black. He was really kind of tall and just kind of like gumpy, like kind of gumpy. And so I was like, hey, I treated him like he was everybody else. A lot of times what I noticed is that he would wait till everybody was gone, like till the rush was over. He would sit like across, like not directly in front of me across, but across like to like a catter corner to where he could see rather like if I was getting ready to be like go on break or if all my students had left, like if the rush was over and he would make sure he scurry on over before it's too late and he would just sit there and talk to me all. Sometimes he would show me pictures that he made, like he was an artist. And so he would show me pictures that he made and he would talk to me about, his life. And I couldn't figure it out. I was just like, Lord, what is this? And I think that, and I'm trying to be very honest. No. Um, yeah. So look, so initially I was like, oh Lord, this little boy seems like, okay, let me say this in the nicest way. So yeah. Oh, thank you, friend. So what I was thinking was like, okay, there's always that person. I don't even want to say always, but like whenever you hear those stories, I'm just gonna say for lack of a better term, Columbine, and like that school, whatever, and like the pow pows and stuff like that. It's always like somebody who was like super quiet, kind of like reserved. In passing, you probably wouldn't think this or that. This gentleman. very similar, but during like holiday times, he really got into like the Halloween, and he like I kid you not, one time this man dressed up as the Undertaker and he was walking around town, like he was walking around campus with this big trench coat. And so I had already like predetermined that I was going to be this little boy's friend because I wanted to win his heart for Jesus. And so, but anyways, it got to a point where he would like literally be waiting on me to like not have anybody to serve for him to just come up and sit and talk for the longest time. And it took from my supervisor one day, my one time she was just like, Ari, and she was just this petite young lady. She's still my friend on Facebook, but she's just like, we can't have you up here talking to the students this long, other people have to come. I said, listen, if you can get this young man to move, I'd be grateful. And so they started this thing where they're like, "Hey, you guys, y'all are gonna have to like wait till she's off." I'm like, I'm not like, yeah, I'm not like dating these kids, I'm literally just loving on them and just like being open. But when I'm serving, I'm just like, I don't know that, a lot of them was wanted to talk. So, and then one might come up and talk, and then like seven other ones would come, and then, we're all talking about the same old thing. But I felt like during that time, which this was like 8 years ago, but during that time, um, I really got to know myself a little bit more. But it's just so interesting because I was like loving on them, but like I was receiving so much, like not just love, but I was receiving like downloads of information about myself that I just didn't know. Like I didn't know that, um, yeah, like that I was personable, or I didn't know that I was lovable, you know? I just knew that I could give love, but I didn't know that, that I was lovable. And um, so then I kind of began like a quest, right? I kind of began a uh, a thank you, friend, for supporting me, Heather. Thank you. But yeah, so I just didn't know, and so that definitely opened up my eyes and my heart to ministering and sharing my stories and testimonies. And it just kind of ignited my desire to love on people and just be naturally who God has called me to be. Um, and I've had my up and downs when it comes to it because I also served a younger population of children. Um, I was a K through third grade um, a Sunday school teacher. Yes, exactly, exactly. One love. And I agree with that. I think that that's true. That's so true. I think that is so important. I think one of the reasons why God tells us to not forsake the coming together of the church, because like if I accept God into my heart and and like I hide myself in a house and like you know get Uber Eats for the rest of my life or something and like never really encounter people and I die. It's like, well, what did you do? I don't know. I didn't do nothing. Right. Like I don't think that, I'm gonna go to hell for it, but I just feel like you miss out on the beauty of God, like the glory of God when we put ourselves in boxes and box others up as well, because that young man looked nothing like me. He wasn't interested in the things that I was interested in, but I was able to love him with the love of Jesus um because it just was in me. I saw somebody who never had anyone to eat with. He never sat with anyone. He never, barely talked to anyone. If they came up while he was already there talking to me and he thought a lot of times he wouldn't come up until everybody was gone because like my attention span would be like here and there and there and there. And, so he would literally wait till everybody was gone, and then if somebody come up, he was, like and like I said, he was very gumpy and, like, goofy. Um, but you could just see in his face, he would just be so, like, nervous. But, poor thing, and like I said, he walked around campus in a trench coat, I kid you not. At nighttime, it's super creepy. But he was a sweet boy. He was a sweet guy, and, just a kid, and who knows, like, who knows what he would have done if someone didn't, you know yeah. And anyway, the boy ended up adding me on Facebook one year, and I was just like, "No, I can't do that." But I don't even remember I can't remember his name. I don't even know. I almost halfway went through if I kept him as a friend, but because I remember thinking, like, "This is just odd." I don't know his last name, but let's see if I can pull up his face maybe, because I think that he added me. Yeah, this was, like, years ago, like, 8 or 9 years ago. But I think that he added me, y'all, and then, like, um and I must have, like, added him first and then, like, deleted him maybe? Um, um, Look, now I'm looking for his name. Aha! Hold on, I don't know what his last name was, though. Oh, did I find it? Hold on. Are we friends? Oh my goodness, I wanna show y'all this picture so bad. I am still friends with this young man. Why did I just feel weird about that? Anyways, um, but anyways, somebody talk about something else. I'm so shocked. Why did I think why did I think? Well, he's not said nothing to me in years, but yeah, I know, right, right, Tavia? He was a sweetie pie though. I mean, he hasn't said nothing to me, but here I am telling the story. Still love Yahoon. Okay, let me just get off of this page because I'm like tripping. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tripping. I am tripping. Okay, he looks, I mean, normal. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, we're gonna change the subject. There's stuff that I want to say, and I'm like, can I say these things? Um, I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, let me say this though. I can say this. I'm gonna say this. One of the pictures is a picture of like archery, and it's a picture of archery, and um, I can't say nothing else. That's just to tell y'all a little bit of, hey, Stefan. Stefan, you missed it, friend. Um, I kind of got the heebie-jeebies to even discuss any more of it. But all of that to say, okay, 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 friend, you're right. Okay, let's just move on. No, I'm totally not going to even. But Sophia, thank you for coming back, friend. How are you? Yes. So you're right, friend. So basically, I just was trying to show love, be love, the love of Jesus, because I recognized this young man you know, he didn't have anyone. And, um, he never, like, we're on campus, like a university, and like Oh, it's okay, friend. I'm sorry. But this gentleman, I was talking about like when I worked on campus and stuff. After I graduated, I worked on campus for about 2.5 years. And this young man, uh, he like I was like friends to like all the little students and stuff, and they just loved my little station and whatnot. And but this one young guy, he uh he wore a trench coat all around campus, and during the holidays he really got into it, like really got into it. And um and his hair was black and stringy. And just to like tell you what this young man looked like. And so anyway, he kind of like picked up really quickly that I was friendly, and slowly but surely he just, started speaking. And he would show me pictures that he's drawn and just all this sweet little stuff, because initially he was very shy, right? And I would just try to be like, how's your day? I hope you're having a good day, have a good day. And but every time he came in, he always sat by himself. He always was just super quiet. And, if he said anything, it was always very dramatic, like some of the movies that maybe he's seen, and it was always just very super dramatic. And then he would just try to be normal. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, yeah, there are really good people in the world. Even if, yeah, yes, exactly. That's exactly what I tried to do next. And to be 100% honest, I was just thinking, I would just hate to like hear a story like, this young man, did this and this XYZ just because like he was lonely. People talked about him. He didn't feel loved or whatever. Like I just wanted to be the difference. And so that's what I was investing. I was investing is what I considered myself to do. And I think he was grateful. He ended up adding me on Facebook, and as I was just looking, I was like, "I think I'd, like, totally deleted him, like, once he did, because I didn't ask him to add me. He, like, must have found me on Facebook, you know what I mean? And so I had just went to the page, and I was like, "I wonder if" I only typed in the first name because I don't know the last name, and there it is. I mean, the one picture that I saw that was, what it was, archery or whatever. I was like, "Oh, this gotta be it." Sure enough, and we're still friends apparently. But anyways, he's a sweetie, or was a sweetie. I don't know him to this day. I don't. That was about 10 years ago. No, 8 something years ago. And so yeah, y'all. It pays to be. I mean, it might not pay all the time, but it will in the end. Your riches are laid up for you in heaven. Thank you, friend. Stefan, you're so sweet. Thank you for coming in. And anytime you need any advice or you want me to talk about a certain topic, I pretty much got stories for days. So it's always going to be a story time of some sorts. I started out, y'all, a little rocky in the live this evening because thank you so much, friend. I love y'all. I started out a little rocky because I was having just a terrible like transition of I was doing hair earlier and then to come in here and I really wanted to talk about love and I was just having a hard time. So I had to like let a couple tears out. But I'm okay now. Macaroni mania. So I kid y'all not. I'm like, I don't know if you could tell, but like I'm just like this super character. And so like no lie, I would prepare my noodles, and ahead of time. And then we would sit the noodles in like the tray on some ice. And then I had my dressings to go with it. So some students wanted onions, some cheese, bacon, and some scallions